Haulover is not always fun in games. Some people wind up having some very bad experiences here. Even though I won't directly relate this incident to Haulover, once they made it out of Haulover Inlet, they had engine failure, the wind and the waves took care of the rest, and I'm just guessing they didn't have an anchor on board. Welcome back, guys. It is this week's episode of Boats vs. Haulover. I am your host, Broncos Guru, along with our boy Wavy Boats down at the inlet getting these images. Let's get this episode started. Our first boater to step in the ring and do battle with Haulover Inlet this week is going to show us what it's like when you come through Haulover with no engine trouble. Here it might not have even mattered though. With 5 engines on the back of this Midnight Express, he probably could afford to lose one and still would have absolutely slayed Haulover. Here, Haulover really doesn't put up much of a fight, but there's not much you can do when you got this much horsepower on the back of the boat, and this first round definitely goes to the boats. Our next boater is going to show us what it's like when a big runabout comes flying through Haulover. I'm not sure which type of boat this is. Let me know in the comment below if you know the make and model of this particular vessel. Right here, my man's doing a pretty solid job coming through Haulover. He's got the throttles down, keeping the bow up, and letting the boat do the work and cut through the waves. Really is impressive. A lot of times when we see these large runabouts and cabin cruisers roll through Haulover, everybody wants to take it slow and easy, and they wind up taking a pounding. Not this guy here, and this second round is going to go to the boats as well. A lot of times when we see boaters like our last one come through, they just make it look easy, but it's not as easy as it looks, which will be shown right here by this Sea Ray. These guys are trying to set up for Haulover. I don't typically recommend this strategy, but sometimes it works, especially if you're in a smaller boat. They're trying to pick their way through it slowly and see if they can find the right line that's going to work for them, but they've already got water in the bow and things are going to go south from there. You can even see the expressions on the guy who's standing behind the captain's face. He's just got that panicked look about him, like, what are we even doing out here? Really, these guys are going to take a little bit of a pounding, and I'm going to go ahead and give this round a Haulover. Our next boater, well, I'm not going to lie, kind of dumbfounds me a little bit. I'm not even sure what they're trying to do, but we're going to call it the Picabo method, and for whatever reason, every time they hit a wave, they are ducking below the windshield. But I'm not seeing spray come up high enough to really even justify this. Maybe they're hiding. Maybe they think if they hide from the waves, they won't take a beating. I'm not sure, but Haulover's going to give it to them anyway. I really don't think this is a good strategy. You're kind of taking your eyes off the water, and when you take your eyes off the water, bad things can happen. Maybe they're just a little camera shy, and they saw Wavy Boats down there filming and said, you know what, we don't want to be on camera. Or maybe they lied to their wives and the wives didn't know they were going out on the water. Either which way, whatever's caused this erratic behavior, I'm going to go ahead and give this round a Haulover. And that's going to take us into our 5th and final round, tied at 2 apiece, and we'll play one of our favorite games to see who wins this week. Can he hang on? As my man comes into Haulover Inlet on this PWC, he lets go and goes down for the count early. The major problem here is this is one of the worst things that can happen at Haulover Inlet. Right here, it's low tide with the tide going out, and this is when the current is ripping the hardest here. And with his body below the water, he's going to drift out to sea significantly faster than that PWC he was on. Fortunately, he seems to be a pretty strong swimmer and is able to hold position long enough for the ski to come back to him. This guy got pretty lucky here. This could have ended significantly worse, but it's still going to end bad because this round's going to Haulover, and that's going to give the win to Haulover. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Boats vs. Haulover. If you did, be sure to check out our other 2 channels. We have Wavy Boats, who gets us all this great footage of Haulover Inlet, and my channel, Broncos Guru, we do some great comedy boating videos over there as well. And if you haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on that subscribe button.